Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta over here. It's nighttime in London, and you can see the Tower Bridge behind me. So that's where I am. I'm in
Woohoo!
London. You see the lights?
Yes, I'm so happy someone's getting to travel.
Yeah, they lit up the lights because of the inauguration today.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I'm so happy. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. And before we get started, I'm going to do my usual. If you like our chats, we'd love it if you hit that like button. Hit the thumbs up. There you go. Subscribe below and hit that bell notification. And we're still looking for the bell. When we get one, you'll see it and you'll hear
Yes,
it.
yes, we promise.
We promise. We promise. But okay, let's get going. I'm so excited. We have a lot to talk about this week. But first, I'm
Yes.
going to talk about what tea am I drinking? I am drinking, mine is a turmeric 3 roots by Numi organic tea.
Mm,
And this is what it looks like.
nice. We
Organic
really love
turmeric.
Numi. Numi is a good tea company.
Numi.
Yes,
The ingredients are it's all certified organic and it's non-GMO and it's organic turmeric, organic ginger, organic licorice, surprise, surprise,
shocking.
and organic rose. But I wish they had organic black pepper in there because turmeric has to be paired with black pepper because it
Yes,
helps
to
with the
get the
absorption.
full,
It
yes, the
helps with the
full
absorption
robust.
of the turmeric. So, but anyway, that's what it is. Turmeric 3 roots with ginger, licorice, and rose. All right. Cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers,
Cheers,
my friend.
Gloria.
Cheers. Cheers.
What are you drinking this week?
Mm. Well, it's been kind of cold and windy here. So I decided to do wild sweet orange. There we go.
Tazo wild sweet orange. Yum. I love
Yes.
citrus.
Yes, I love the smell. It is
Love
just,
it. Love it.
it's a tangy infusion of orange peel, lemongrass, citrus herbs, and licorice, my girl, licorice
Woo,
root,
woo, woo.
blackberry leaves, rose hip, spearmint leaves, turmeric for color. Gotta have my
Nice.
girl.
I like spearmint as well.
Yes, riboflavin for color, orange peel, hibiscus flower, rose petals, orange essence, ginger root, licorice root, and licorice extract.
Wow, you have some ingredients that are similar to mine.
I do, and we didn't even plan it.
I know.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. And before Gloria gets going for this chat, I'm going to apologize up front if you can't see my face some of the times because I have this window here and the sun is coming in and hitting my face. That's why it might be in and out, in and out.
She's just glowy, glowy. And she's got a beautiful virtual background. In my computer, I'm having technology things right now. So mine, it wouldn't work. So you just got plain Jane and you've got London.
Next week we'll be
Yes.
up and running.
Yes, we'll be back up and running. So, as we always like to start, Ellen reminds us to be kind to one another and to listen to one another. That's very, very important. We're going through a lot of changes right now in the world, and those are very important things for us to do. So, let's chat. Okay, what do you think about The Bachelor, Rosetta?
Wow, that was an episode for you watching, everyone. If you have not seen this week's Bachelor, you may want to pause or
Us?
fast forward because we're
Yes,
going to be talking about this an update.
yes.
Wow, there was a lot of controversy this week. And who caused the controversy? Sarah. She was the one
Sarah.
that got the rose for her first date with him, with Matt
Yep.
James. And they did a rose ceremony and she kind of fainted.
Yeah,
So he went to her rescue. They hugged, they kissed, and everybody got annoyed.
absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
then after that, she was just more annoying, I thought. I thought up until then, okay, she fainted. Let's give her some,
Yeah, poor girl, is stressful, give her
Right,
give her a chance.
right. And
Yeah,
then there's a group date, and one of the girls from the group date is having a one-on-one with him, and she actually goes out of her way to go up the stairs and into the small room that one of the girls is having a group date with. Well, it's a one-on-one with Matt James, and she
right.
interrupts them, and she's
Yeah.
not even part of that group date.
Nope.
So number one, she's not a part of the group date. Number two, she takes her time and goes out of her way to interrupt them. And the girl that was there, I forget the name of the girl that was there. She's the I guess the banker, forget her name. She was very, very annoyed. I would be as
Yeah.
well.
I would too, because she already had a one-on-one with him. She had a whole day private with Matt.
Yes, she
Sarah
did.
did.
So that annoyed people. And the banker went down and told the other girls in the group date, and everyone was really mad. And that spiraled out of control. That's what was drove the catalyst to drive the whole wedge between Sarah and all the other girls, because for some reason, Sarah kept going in and interrupting girls that were having one-on-ones with Matt James.
Yeah.
So that wasn't a good thing. And then that caused her to get very she couldn't handle it. Sarah couldn't handle it. She said, I can't handle it anymore. Everyone's against me, blah, blah, blah. And in the end, she had a talk with one of the other girls, and she hashed it out and said, I'm not sure if I want to stay anymore. My it's her family is having some issues because her dad is very sick. So she's torn between staying and whether she should go back. And well, to cut a long story short, she actually ends up going home. So Sarah's going home. Queen Victoria is still being that nasty little lady that she is. I call her nasty. I could call her some other things, but that's what I'm going to call her for the chat. Queen
Yes.
Victoria. And yeah, so that's what happened this week on The Bachelor. We don't want to go into too much detail, but Queen Victoria is still her usual self, and Sarah left. And at the end of that episode, they showed a little glimpse of what was going to happen in the next episode, and they show a limousine pulling up, and you're thinking, "Oh my God, Sarah is coming back." But to our surprise, it's not Sarah coming back. They're introducing some more new ladies into the show,
Right.
into the mix of it. And I'm like, what? They already have more than enough girls, way more than they usually have. And
Right.
now they're bringing some new girls. I don't understand why they're doing. What is the reason behind this? If anybody knows the reason why they're adding more girls on top of more girls, comment below, because
Yes.
it's just unprecedented and really don't understand.
Yes.
That's
Really
that's
crazy.
The Bachelor, and we will keep you attuned next week. I'm excited to find out who the new girls are.
Okay, wonderful. So let's get busy. We're burning up a lot of time. So we want to talk a little bit about the White House. As a lot of you know, President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris will be sworn in today. So we were like, what goes on, fun tidbits of the White House. So, we started thinking about most presidents have pets, you know, and President Biden will have two German shepherds. One is named Champ and one is named Major. And Major is a rescue dog. So talk about going from rags to riches. He's going from the shelter to the White House. So I think that's interesting. And I know President Obama had Bo, and President Bush had this little black, sort of like a boxer terrier. I mean, real cute dogs. I know the Clintons had a dog. The president that's just leaving office never had a dog. So it's going to be interesting in the White House because they're going to be the patter of little feet all over the place.
It's going to be a different environment when President Biden enters the White House. That's for sure.
Yeah. So I thought that was interesting. And um, President Biden gave a speech in Delaware last night, his farewell speech. He thanked them for being his supporter. He thanked them for, they cast the vote, the last votes that were required for him to become the Democratic candidate for the presidency of the elections in 2020. And one of the things that I loved was that he is a true man and he can stand in his manhood. He had tears streaming down his face. He wasn't embarrassed to show his emotions. I like that a lot. I mean, I don't see tears as a sign of weakness at all.
No, I love it when a man shows his opens up and is vulnerable. I love it.
Yes. So, moving kind of on into the next phase, the inauguration just concluded here on the on the West Coast where I live, and I mean, I guess I would like to know, Rosetta, what parts of the inauguration process procedure, what did you like the most?
What did I like the most? Well,
Yes.
overall, it was a really, really nice inauguration. I thought it was very, very well planned. The people, the speakers they had, the entertainers they had were very nice. But yeah, you're right. There are a few things that stood out. And what I really liked, the one girl, the 23-year-old, the
Yes.
poet I really liked. I forget her name. Amanda, was it Amanda?
Her name is Amanda Gorman.
Woman. I really loved her. I'd
Yes.
never ever seen her before, heard of her, but I did
Yes.
some Googling and she's very well accomplished.
Yes. The poem
Gloria
was
will
The
talk
Hill
more.
We Climb.
Yes, she'll talk more about that. But the other things that really stood out were the clothes that now I'm drawing a blank. Joe
Well,
Biden's
the first lady and
wife and
the
Kamala
vice
Harris.
president.
They were
Yes.
both very, very nice.
Yes.
And what else stood out for me were the entertainers. I really loved Lady Gaga's performance.
Yes.
She had her really big ball gown, the red ball gown flowing out, and J-Lo was amazing as well. J-Lo was just really, really nice. So I
Yes.
enjoyed the whole thing from start to finish, but those were the things that stood out to me. And it was very nice seeing the past presidents. I loved seeing Michelle and Barack Obama there. That was really nice. And to see the kids, the kids were there as well.
Yes.
That was nice. But what about you, Gloria? What
Yeah.
did you
It
enjoy?
was awesome. For me, I have to share with you, I actually I'm watching it and I'm like, why am I emotional? Why am I feeling this way? And it was because, most young girls are never thought the whole idea or the concept of becoming vice president or anything like that. So to see Kamala Harris take the oath, that was just, that was like almost breathtaking. I was really, really touched. I loved when President Biden put his hands on the family Bible. That's a big Bible. And
Yes, it
yet,
was.
when they showed the family walking into the White House, that's a big family. So the Bible size was very appropriate for the Biden family because
Yes.
there are quite a few of them. Um, I liked Amanda's poem, "The Hill We Climb." Um, I I I have it's kind of like a running joke with me. I'm an R&B girl, always was, always will be. My dad got me into jazz and blues after I got a little older. Not really country. However, I remember the first time I saw Garth Brooks perform. I love Garth Brooks. Garth Brooks got me into country, and from there, I have, now I love Blake Sheldon, and it just goes on and on. I thought his rendition of Amazing Grace was beautiful. I loved how J Lo threw in a little, Spanish into what she said when she was singing. I don't know what she said. However, I hope she said something reflecting, here we have a beautiful woman, and here I am as a Latino on this stage. It's a win-win. And of course, Lady Gaga. I mean, that beautiful dress, and she was so regal. And she just, I mean, her delivery was just perfect. I think the entertainment was really great. I'm actually looking forward to later tonight because there's remember when pre-COVID, they would go from location to location to party and they would dance. So I know they're not going to be able to do that to the extent of a normal inauguration. I'm excited to see what they're going to do tonight.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's right. I wonder what they're going to do. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes. So congratulations, President Biden, and congratulations, Vice President Harris. Welcome to the party. You both have a lot on your plate, and may the grace of God be with you, because it's going to take a lot.
We're excited.
Yes, we are. We can do this. Okay, so one of the shows we've been talking about, Jeopardy. So Ken Jennings is on his second week as the guest host. And every night, he would mutter something. And I go, what is he saying? So I slowed everything down. And what he does is after he announces the winner, and he says, you'll return to our show tomorrow, and your cash winning is whatever the dollar amount. And he thanks the people for watching. And then he says, thank you, Alex. Ah, touched my heart. I thought that was so kind, so sweet.
That's so nice. Wow.
Yes, yes. So we are going to do a little bit of a COVID update. So after watching the inauguration, Rosetta, would you move in the White House right away?
I'm not sure. It would have to depend on how well they sanitize the White House.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah, so I'd be very cautious, but might have to see. Depends, right, on many factors. How about you?
I'm the same way. One of the things I love is there was no if or buts today. Everybody had on a mask. I mean, the one thing that I thought was really cute is Garth Brooks was so excited. Now he's a Republican, and he said, he goes, I'm probably the only Republican here. However, I'm just so tired of the drama, and I want us to come together and bring back the connectivity and all of that.
Right.
And after he got through singing, he grabbed and hugged people. He forgot all about the mask.
Right.
So I thought that was, really cool. And I'm sure, I think you had to have tested negative 48 hours before showing up. So everyone was, had recent COVID tests. So I'm sure everybody's okay, but it's that, oh my God, it's so good to see you. I just want to hug you. So that's what happened with Garth. But I think I want some tests, and show me that you've sanitized the place, because some people didn't feel they had to wear masks and some people did. And I would just, if I'm going to lay my head down and go to sleep, I want to know I'm in a safe place.
Exactly. Exactly how I feel.
Yes. So here in California, in Northern California, and I guess all of California where we live, the vaccines, we have received more vaccine than has been administered. Some counties are running out, some counties are not doing the shots appropriately. I don't understand what's going on. And I just heard that we are behind the curve of all the states. Our numbers are the worst. And that's not California. We like to be number one, the best.
Yeah, we do, but you have to remember when they talk about California, we're in Northern California. It's not Northern California that the numbers are high, it's Southern California. So it kind of sometimes it gets me a bit annoyed when they lump us together.
Yeah,
Northern and Southern, two completely different. They're
yeah,
like two completely different states, but we're not. We're just lumped as California.
yeah. And here we're all very conscious about wearing our mask and social distancing and washing our hands. And, I will hear there are no ICU beds in California. And I go and I look at my county where I live, and they'll say you're at 27% of capacity. And I'm like, we still got 27% left. So why are our restrictions as tight as someone like LA, where they have none or 1%? So I
Right.
agree, Rosetta. Sometimes when they lump us together, that makes it a little hard,
Yeah.
a little hard. Um, Now, if you think about this, I'm going to just let this hang out there for a bit, and then I'm going to ask you another question. So, our current loss of lives in the United States has exceeded 400,000. That is more lives that were lost in the wars of the United States of America. That's a lot of people. So realizing that this virus, it's a pretty severe situation. And there are many people in our country, in the world, that do not believe in vaccines because I've had people say things to me like, it's going to change your DNA. Huh? Oh yeah. Another lady said to me that it has oh, they're going to put a chip in it. And I'm like, I'm not really worried because because she said they're going to track us. I said, they already track us. They're called cell phones. People can't even go to the bathroom without their cell phone. So I don't think that's a problem. And yet I don't hear positivity, because I always say to myself before I do anything, may the grace of God give me what I need, and what I don't need, may it just go away. And so my question to you, Rosetta, is what do you think about this vaccine between the two top ones, Moderna and Pfizer? And are you going to take it?
So what do I think about them? So the testing, I found that they did pretty good testing. The trials were really great, which is why they're out now, which is why we have the vaccines now. There have been some hiccups along the way. We've seen a few cases of people like reacting to it, but that's very minor. And that doesn't really worry me whatsoever. So, because I'm in that group where I'm probably not going to get the vaccine till the very last phase, I'm not that worried because everyone else is going to get that vaccine before me. And we
Right,
would have had enough time. And by the rate it's going, because we're so far behind, things would have cropped up between now and the time that I get the vaccine. So
right.
I'm not that worried. Hopefully, they would have straightened everything out and figured out what they need to by the time it gets to me. But I was always for yes, straight from the beginning. So even it's taking longer than they said, which is good because then they can iron out all the stuff. I'm for it. So that's my answer.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm kind of torn and bewildered. My husband has pre-existing conditions, and not just the asthma, but he has a heart condition. So his doctor will probably require him to take the vaccine because he's at such a high risk that if he got COVID, it could kill him. And since we're married, it's not going to be a discussion point where normally I can negotiate myself out of things. I don't think that that's going to be an option. So, I haven't heard anything negative about the Pfizer vaccine. I haven't heard of anything other than people who've gotten it. They'll say, like, when you get it, one lady said her arm was sore the first day. And then the second day she had chills, she had a little fever. She said she took a couple of Advils or Tylenols, went to sleep. She woke up, she was fine. Now the Moderna, I'm hearing more things. I'm hearing more severe when people are having reactions. And I don't know if this is just fake news or if it's real, but a lady had symptoms of like Parkinson. You know how when you get the shakes and the twitches? She had the shakes and the twitches. And um, for me, I would think if you're coming out with the vaccine to bring the world back, you want to put your best foot forward. You want to create the best vaccine humanly possible, because you will then go down in history as being a source of help. If you create a vaccine that's got all these negative connotations to it, then your history is going to be you did a bad thing to good people. So I'm leaning towards the Pfizer if I have to take one, just because the reason that I was told that they have to keep it so cold is because it doesn't have anything in it. Like sometimes they will put um, things that will help the transmission of the vaccine that's better. They'll put additives, but the Pfizer one doesn't have that. And that's why you have a limited amount of time once you crack that vial and start giving the shots to get it done. And if at like say it's a 2 or 3 hour window at the end, it's done. If you have a half a vial left, oh well, it's done. I like that because that to me says that it's very fast and it's very timely. So we will see. We will
Yeah,
see.
it's yet to be seen. It's yet, and I did hear about that lady that had those shakes, but we
Yeah,
don't know what her history was. We don't know why that happened. So, and
yeah,
that's just one case. So we'll see what happens and what they come up with.
yes. So, sort of along the same lines, I've been thinking a lot about over the last 4 years, we've had more negative things rise up, specifically here in the United States of America. However, everywhere there's this, this new thing, mean is in, being a bully is cool. When I was a little girl, if I did anything, as I've shared with you all before, I was raised by a community. Whoever saw me do the bad thing would spank my little butt. Then they would take me to my mom and she would spank my little butt. And if it was bad enough, my mom would take me to my grandmother, or, oh, I love my grandfather. So if they really wanted to get me, they would take me and they would say, let me tell you what your little angel did. And he would look so sad. So I grew up being responsible and accountable for my actions. So I didn't do bad things if I could help myself. I was a good girl. And somewhere in our opportunities or in our thought process to allow our children to just naturally develop, we've stopped giving them parameters. And I want the love back. I want to do what I can to bring the love every day in every way. Everyone I see, everyone I meet. I can't wait till I can hug. I'm going to be a hug addict. People are going to go, oh my God, there she comes again, run. Because I want people to see that we can do better with love than we can with hate and disdain and distrust. It hardens me when I hear that members of our government are afraid of each other and they're buying, what are those bulletproof vests because they think they're going to try and kill them. So I want to bring back the love. That's what I want. I want 2021 to just be a love fest.
Yeah, we've had enough hate for many years now. We need to bring it back, that's for sure. That's for sure. And talk about love. My cat just came to join me. Angel.
Oh,
You see him
hi,
there?
honey.
He's moving
Hi.
around.
Oh, no, 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 no. See, he's typical. Do you think I'm actually going to look at you? No, I'm going to turn my back to you. I hear you. Wow. I love it when he comes to visit us. I love it. So Rosetta and I, we're going to start talking each week about a little love things that we do. Like
Spread
we
the
love
love.
him. Yes, yes. So, we're always talking about global warming, and the states are kind of chilly right now. There's lots of snow back east still. It was interesting today for the inauguration. They were Senator Amy Klobuchar. They were teasing her because they said we should have known, since you were in charge of the inauguration process, that where you go, snow goes, because it snowed in Washington D.C. this morning, and then the sun came out and it was beautiful. So earlier, we here in California had an earthquake. And like Rosetta felt it and I didn't, which is unusual because usually, if it's a certain magnitude and this was a 4.2, like the 2.5s, we may or may not feel it. But when you get over 3,
Yeah.
we feel it, even if it's just a little bit. And she felt it. My sister, she said it felt like they were shaking her house apart. And my mom didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. But then I have relatives who lived on the other side of me, further north, and they felt it.
Yeah, and
So
that
we've
was
got some weird,
yes. The
weird.
earthquake was it was a big jolt and it was a couple of days ago. And I did feel, and I'm surprised you didn't feel it because Gloria we were talking and she goes, yeah, I didn't feel. I said, surprising because it was a big jolt. It wasn't
I know.
heavy, but it was enough to know that it was definitely an earthquake. There was no doubt in my mind it was an earthquake.
Yes. So, we're all experiencing different aspects of the weather. So we want you all to be very careful out there, especially on the coast. A young 12-year-old boy, they keep saying, don't turn your back on the ocean, and he did.
Really? What happened? I didn't hear about this boy.
Unfortunately, they haven't found him, honey.
Oh, no, that's too
Yeah.
bad.
I mean, because they've been showing like up in Santa Cruz, and I think he was actually up in Half Moon Bay. And they were saying, don't turn your back on the waves, because I think it was mostly, the winds were really high yesterday, very high.
Oh, wow.
And
Yeah.
yeah, because of the winds are high, the water is whipping up on the coastline. So the
And
wind is what's driving it.
and Half Moon Bay, the waves are pretty hard to begin with.
Yes. Yes. So we send our thoughts and prayers out to the family that, we're so sorry that they're under stress, because the last I saw this morning before the inauguration, the helicopters were still going out to see if they could find him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. So we are also going to kick off a little conversation. What's your favorite TV shows of 2021? So Rosetta and I have a few that we like. The Good Doctor, we both like, and Grey's Anatomy. And one of the reasons I like both of those is that they're giving us an inside view of what it feels like right now with COVID for a doctor. What they're going through, because I can't imagine, every day, you're working to try and save lives. That's your mission, and you're calling time of death, 8:10 p.m., time of death, 8:30 p.m., time of death, 8:45 p.m. They were saying, like in Los Angeles, one person is dying every 8 minutes. That has to be really hard. And
Yeah.
these two shows are showing you the behind the scenes from a doctor's perspective.
Yeah, that's why I really love this show.
Then we, yeah. And
Sorry,
then you also
technology.
love Still We Ride.
Yes, all rise. Sorry
Yes.
about the technology. It's kind of like back and forth. It's doing its thing.
Yes. Yeah, we're just going to keep going. I know every now and then you freeze. I'm like, oh, she struck a pose. We're just going to keep going.
Struck a pose.
So, all right. That's right, girlfriend. All rise. What do you like about it?
Well, the thing that I love about All Rise is that they're actually doing the storylines are really poignant to what's happening in our society nowadays. And what really got me hooked on it is
Right.
the very first episode because Gloria was explaining it to me. So I went back and watched it and I really liked it. So it's really bringing up things that we need to be aware of and how they're handling it, which is what I really like. And it's a really good cast
Yes.
as well.
Yes. And you also like Married at First Sight.
Oh, yes, I do. Any one of you out there watching Married at First Sight? Yep, yep. I like it. I like it. We're on season 12 now. Yeah, new couples
Wow.
coming out. And I think you watched season 11, right, Gloria?
Yes, I did. And I was surprised how I got hooked into it. And I wanted certain people, I wanted them to stay together, even though they appeared to have problems. And then there were others I thought, oh, you'll never make it till tomorrow. So it's very interesting, very interesting.
Yep, it's very interesting to see who ends up together. And then they do a recap, a reunion a year later or whatever, how many months later. And it's surprising the outcome. Yep.
Yeah.
But this season, I'm excited. 12 new couples. And this season is the first time they're having a couple that has a guy that's been married once. He's divorced. So this is the first time they're having divorced people in the show. And this is the first season they're having like people with big age difference because there's a couple here. I wrote it down here. There's a guy called Jacob. He's 38, and the lady is Haley. She's 28. So that's 10 years, nearly 10 years different. I mean, it's
Wow.
10 years difference actually. Yeah,
Yeah, it is 10. Yeah,
it is 10.
exactly. 10. Yeah. Well, Rosetta is going to keep us up to date every week. So we'll do a little check in and see how they're doing. And there were three couples that from season 11 that made it all the way and decided to stay married. And I mean, I don't know a lot about it. I hope they're going to tell us periodically how they're doing, if they're still married, because it was really interesting to see.
Yeah, I think they are married. I saw a show with them. They came back, and it's been a year since they've been married. Miles and Karen, they're still married. Bennett and Amelia, they're still married. And Woody and Armani are still married. So those are the three out of the five that are still married.
Yeah, I knew Woody and Armani would hang in there because when they came to, sort of like evaluate how you're doing, how's it going, and she was asking them, "Are you having relations?" And she put her head down and she's like, and I thought, okay, that's a good sign. Whereas there was, couples that no, no, not no, no. They're like, no, not just no, no. I was like, ooh, they're not gonna make it. So I'm glad that those three couples made it. And if we hear any good, interesting information, we will pass it on.
Yes, we will.
So, we are also, as much as we love Ellen, we love Wendy. How you doing?
Do we?
And we Monday on her show, she was talking a little ambivalent about something, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then she just kind of says, it's been weeks, many weeks since mom passed. And I thought, oh my God, because I loved watching when her mom and dad would come to the show. They have seats right up front that they sit in every time they come. So, Wendy, we just wanted to reach out to you from our hearts and say we are so sorry for your loss. You and your mom had a amazing relationship, and you could tell whenever you were having a conversation and you'd say something to her and then you'd go, mm-hmm. Only a daughter knows what that means. So we're very sorry for your loss.
Yes, we are. We wish the sincerest condolences and prayers and thoughts are with you and your family.
Absolutely. So Rosetta found out that on one of the recent Ellen shows, she did some work with the Harlem School of Dance, and she's going to kind of share that with us now.
Yeah, Ellen, you know how Ellen loves to highlight people or communities that we never would normally hear of. And she actually highlighted the Dance Theater of Harlem. And what I really liked was that the thing that started it all off was there were some dancers from that dance theater and they performed and they do video. They did some filming of dancing around New York, which was really nice. And the backstory of this, it
Wow.
was founded by a man by the name of Arthur Mitchell. And he is actually the very first Black dancer in a major ballet company, the New York City Ballet. And what happened was that he was commissioned to start a ballet school in Brazil. But he didn't do that. What happened was he found out
Wow.
about the assassination of Martin Luther King. And he decided, I'm going to start a school in Harlem. So that's how it all began with this Arthur Mitchell. And 51 years later, it's still going.
Wow.
But because of the COVID, they've had to shut down and they're actually trying to raise funds to keep this theater going, this dance theater going. So along comes Ellen to the rescue. So they had to raise 20,000 to keep it going. They've already raised
Yay.
10,000. So with the partnership of Shutterfly, she actually got them another $25,000. So they
Wow.
were gifted that by Shutterfly and Ellen, and I think it's really great because it really shows diversity in this dance school. And I really love it that kids can actually do this of all ethnicities and races, which is what I really love. And, the teachers are young, but they are spectacular. Their dancing is really of top-notch quality, and they really believe in helping younger kids um, to start dancing and to just love the whole thing about dance. And what that really reminds me of Misty Copeland, because I know of her, and she's an amazing ballet dancer. So that is the Dance Theater of
Yes.
Harlem, and you can go online and you can actually look them up because they do have video online. And I'll put the links below to this theater company. So that's what it is.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. Yes. Whenever you see a child and they find something that they can cling to, whether it's dance or music or, it gives them something to do. And I'm sure right now, being stuck at home, I can't remember where I saw it, but it was a teacher. And what she did is, how like in school, you have recess period. So what she does is she has them dance and do all these fun things, because I keep hearing that, remote learning, some children are doing really well and some children are not doing so well. So I'm looking forward to our children being able to get back to school and get back to having fun. And, having something like the Harlem School of Dance it's inspirational because they are doing things online now that will give more children the opportunity to say, maybe I'd like to learn ballet.
You're so true. You're so right. It's online and you can reach far wider audience.
Yes, very true. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that we've talked about so much so fast. However, as Ellen always reminds us, she feels the love in the room, she sends it back to you, and go out and spread it around. Rosetta and I feel your love every time you watch our videos. We love when you comment below. Let us know what you like. If you'd like us to talk about something, let us know. We're not afraid. We'll talk about anything together because we're girlfriends. We hang like that. So we send the love out to you. Go out and spread it around.
Yes, spread the love. And we're so sorry about all this
Absolutely.
technical difficulty
Absolutely.
happening. And you're not able to see me because of the sun, but we really,
I know.
yes, we love our chats. And don't forget, we
Oh,
are Silicon Valley girls
yes,
that
we do.
chat over tea. Tea is our thing. We love our teas. And remember,
Yes.
if you make teas, you know someone that does, or you have a, my cat's trying to sniff my tea.
Yes. Yes.
You know someone that owns a
I know.
teapot, let us
He's like,
know.
put that cup down.
I
Put
know.
that cup down, mommy.
Let us know because we would love to review your teas in a future chat. Comment below. And we,
Yes. And if you'd like to come on, like say you're a tea shop and you'd like to come on and, talk about your shop and your teas, let us know. We're always looking to add a guest.
oh, yes, we are. Yes, we are. We would love it. And if post pandemic, once everybody gets a vaccine, we'd love to come to your shop and check it out.
Absolutely.
Okay, everyone. Don't forget, as we
This
always say,
technology.
I know technology is so bad. Something's happening, right? So we want to
Yes,
remind you
I
again. If
know. Yes.
so, I saw
Roll with it, girl. Roll with it.
technology. So if you love, again, if you love our videos and you like our chats, we'd love it. If you'd like it, subscribe below or hit the bell notification so that we know that you watched our videos. We'd love that. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in again for our weekly chats. And what do we always say? Remember, to always
Remember to always keep smiling.
Take care now. Bye-bye.
Bye.